is the, of course, the Justice Department, which the Justice Department is 425 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. That's Carol J. Benzel, and also the Administration Office, District Court Office at 509-488. And this is the 425 East Main Street. As you can see, the emblems. 425 East Main Street, Suite 400, Othello, Washington, 99344. This gigantic building is 425 East Main Street, Suite 400. They have the, of course, the services for the food handler card online, and also the SOS.WA.GOV CIVID, which is the 19 virus, and the service they got, the increment doors, is a 425 suite, 509-735-3591. Increments on 425 East Main Street is Othello, Washington, 99344. Increments on their services, as you can see, they have CIVID, and that's 19, the virus service for J. Governor Inslee, and also the Administration Office. Carol J. Benzel, the judge for the Administration Office, and they have all the increments you can think of providing services for the community here in Othello, Washington. The doorway entrance is 425 Suite 400, Othello, Washington, 99344, which the increments they have, and the services for district superior, and also municipal matters, and also the services they got that are upgrades for the CIVID, the 19 virus, and that's online with J. Inslee, Governor of Washington State, and that's Mr. J. Felice. And Felice is the family lawyer, personal injury, and also accident injury, like car accident here in front of U.S. Bank. And there was a car accident here at the U.S. Bank, in front of the U.S. Bank. You can see U.S. Bank entranceway. It's on right on Main Street. Hit and run, and they called 911 dispatch, and we took all that information to 425 Carol J. Benzel and the public defender. There's Brandon West, and also the judge, Carol J. Benzel, and Jessica Rodriguez. And Jessica Rodriguez and J. Felice, and also the secretaries for J. Felice at 190 East Main Street. Took all the information to Carol J. Benzel and the information to the prosecutor, Eddie, and also the information to the address to Brandon West, and also the bilingual translator that's been over here for 25 years here in Othello, Washington at 425 East Main Street, which their increments and services, as you can see, there's a gigantic fire hazard. That's services they caught on fire at Sunny Farm. Somebody caught the arsonist caught on fire. They said it was an accident, but they caught the weeds at the building. It's on YouTube, Facebook. They caught the weeds, and weeds were attached to the building. So they did it on purpose, basically. The reason I know you did purpose is because people that reside there and live there called in 911 and called the fire department on the Sunny Farms Administration Office. They called the fire department, and they called the police department, and they seen them, of course, catching the building on fire. And with 425, this is also the business property estate office, and they have the CIVID, which is the services they got, the virus. They have it on both OLYMPIA. The virus is so it's gonna be the 6th of May. We're gonna be opening and going over reevaluating the situation of reopening and the situation of the -19 virus exposing the community and services. Department of Transportation's is GTA bus and people. That's Kathy, and then Kathy has some other individuals, but she's the only one in Othello, Washington that drives and lives in Othello, and she does transport and deliver individuals within 25 years. The prosecutor, the public bilingual translator for Brandon West and also Mr. Scudder and Mr. Carol J. BENZEL, Mr. Superior Court Judge Dixon, been 25 years. The judge been here 25 years, he retired, and also of course, the translator, he's been 25 years and he's still here. So now it's over 25 years. And the retirement for Kathy, she's going into her service, she's worrying about this disease, this epidemic. If it doesn't end, she won't get her bonus on also her vacation pay that they pay for because she's been over 25. She's been 25 years working for people, and she works for people, and people has been working for Tri-Cities, Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco for a long time, and they generated and bonded the contract service. This 425 East Main Street, Suite 400, Fellow Washington. This 210 West Broadway Avenue, Richmond, Washington. Is Mr. Dixon, the ballot for his presidential primary election, and also Freddie Courthouse and C Street. Tabler Wallace is primary. And Mr. Steve H. Sackman, family lawyer. J. Felice, family lawyer here, 190 East Main Street, though. And the ballot forms and also the services for ANCRES TRESURER. That's in March for president primary election. And then we have this COVID-19 virus. That's an epidemic. So there is acceptance in their services that they contribute to the services, in which they will be in May 6th on a Monday. And that will be upmost upcoming services for their business and UBI numbers that are effectively in order for the services they got to contribute to Carol J. BENZEL, the judge of District Court, Supreme Court Dixon, and also Brewer. He's been here, and he's no more longer. It's been 25 years, and he's not here. No, Susan Clerkendale, and Mrs. Staples no more longer for Benton County. Andy Miller, prosecutor of Washington State. He has the credentials and also carries the discretionary services of all the expenditures and services, and also the campaigning and for elections for seats for judges, prosecutors, superior judges, federal court judges, and also Kennedy Building in Richland, Washington. Pasco, Kennedy, Richland. Of course, A, B, C, D, E, F, for Superior Courtroom, District Municipal Matters are taken online. Everything is online. And we get the virus 19 civic, and that COVID, that's 19. Gov. That's Jay Inslee, that's Kim Wyman, Secretary of State for UBI business numbers, and also the services for, Donald Trump, don't forget him in the background. We're at the red line, and in the background you can see Donald Trump, Abak, Mumun Ganja, and also Mumun Ganja and Gamun Ganja, and their services, increments for their child services and services for DHCPS, and their inquiries and services for their recommendations on their, of course, the priority of taking care and feeding people that need necessary for businesses, expansions, and services at 425 East Main Street, Washington. And this is, of course, the services they got right across the street, and the services they got for their increments they got, of course, and their services, expanding their services here in Othello, Washington. And also, this is going to be May 6th on a Monday. And this is a big day, Easter Sunday, big thing. Sunny Farms with increments for the service for organics, watermelons. Watermelons are grown, homegrown in Othello. Also the Fuji Aspel Grannies, and also the Pink Mafia. The Pink Mafia, which is Country Merchant on, of course, 395 in Pasco, Washington. Now the Fuji apple, Azteca apple, is fundamental for the Azteca apple. The Azteca apple is on Sage Hill in Yakima Valley, Yakima Orchards, which is called Franklin County and Adams County at the same time. So you're in Adams County, Franklin County, Benton County, all in one shot. So the administration office for Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington is online. Mr. James Leon Gov is online. The Social Security Office 8131 headquarters, Klamath, Cincinnati is online. Mr. Donald Trump in the background, as you see, he opens the door every once in a while with the services increments on services, looking at the modulated services on the statistics for the 2 to 3 point high peak situation of deterrence affected. As you read off in the charts at the coroner's office in Kennewick, Washington, and also Jay Mueller's administration, Frank Kamisko, the Mueller's Funeral Home in 1401 South Kennewick, Washington, they come in the driveway. The hearse and also the services of Rhonda Kaiser get a crematorium and all services, and that's Mr. McKinnon on all of them. Mr. McKinnon, Mr. Kennon, Mr. Flynn Memmerman, Mr. McKinnon, and that's Connaught and Colorado, and also the services they got at Carl's Jr.'s. But Connaught's been all original information. They're digging, remodeling, and $2 billion divorce settlement with Donald Trump and his wife, and that's Avok, and Avok can talk to Roberta Barela and Lola Hernandez, which is on the George Washington House, number 42, and right across the street. Tabra Wallace is the individual holding all the money and profits for all the equipment needed necessary for that electoral campaign service COVID-19. And that's .gov. That's JF's name, Secretary Kim Wayman, and their services here and activating your service. Activating Microsoft Live Virus and supplementing it after Carol J. Benzel is the judge. Mr. Van West Buckton, Mr. McKinnon Law Firm, and Mosaic Washington Olive submitted everything to Carol J. Benzel and also Mr. Van West to make sure they can contact and services for victims. Now we have this discrepancy of being on the sidewalk, and there's no law against crossing the sidewalk or crossing the street, because you got the right of way of all services. You know this, Department of License knows this. CDL license A and B. Discrepancies for pedestrians, right of ways, and services in downtown, any downtown crosswalk, any area in an area of a crosswalk in the vicinity across the street, especially if there's no traffic, and discrepancies of clientels and clients across the street at Olson Properties, and also the services they got for Olson Properties, the U-Haul Company, and also Transports for CDL, A and B, and Congress Line Western, SBC, McCain's, and also Nijjar's Orchard Service. And this is Sunny Farms, Sunset Acres, and also the equipment and services, the D96 and the Kubota, the tractor, and also the plowing equipment, and also the D9, which is United States government on it, and official services for their increments of taking care of monitoring Sunset Acres. And also Sunny Farms is going to recover from the situation of the arsonist services of negligence, catching bushes on fire when it's connected to a building and is purposely done, and the increments on that service, Farm Bureau will step in. The bill's been paid 18 years in advance, so pretty much 18 years of coverage. 2038 is just 2038. This is 2020. 2030 is 10 years, and 2038 is 18 years. So that's 18 years. So 2020, 2030 is 10. Another 8 is 2038. So 2030, that's 18 years of coverage. So whatever increments and services for their purposely known they got on fire in negligence to service, but that's all goodness, fashion way, man. There's a first choice builder lumberyard on First Street, and that's Olson's Properties and Olson Properties. Increments on that and be process information and the agent services. The agent will be dropped off in Annie Miller's office, and they can have their agent-to-agent signatures and also information dealing with this individual negligence and service. But it's nothing big, nothing but small gust of wind, nothing. So the increments on the watermelons, cabbage, lettuce, and also the increments on the organics, legends, and also the service John Deere Evergreen Implement, which is John Deere Evergreen Implement, John Deere Company, RDO. And the supplements for the HTB, the baler, and also the swapper, the trucks, CDL A and B, the classification services for the hazmating and the bus rider, and also the air brakes and the systems for your systematic for inspections. The tankers and the cargoes, the contaminants, the labeled systems, and the services and processes, and air pressure, and individuals in the process to be dealt with. This is 425 East District Court here in Othello, Washington. And Mr. Randy Miller at the event in Washington. That's 509-735-3591. Fax is 509-736-306. That's Carol J. BENZEL, 509-488-3935. And also City Hall is Bonnie, and of course Yvonne Hernandez at 509-488-5686. And 500 East Main Street, Othello. That's all mine. You can ePay. You can use one of the your laptops, your Generation 3, 5, 8, 7. Or also your, your i3, i5, i7, i8 laptop, or your desk server services and your implements on your XR Apple phone, or your iPhone, your Apple phone, your XR Mac phone, or your X, or your Android 7, 8, 9, 10 Samsung. And also the penetration for the information for download system. Live virus activated, unlimited devices. So this is 425 East Main Street, Suite 100, Carol J. BENZEL. This is Othello, Washington.